Hey y'all, hey, and welcome back to another video. This is Cheryl Johnson with Hey Girl TV, and today I just got in the well y'all, first of all, let me say I was influenced by Janae of Hilo Lux. So if you check out her video, she has a really great fashion sense. She just tells you about everything: decorating, travel, luxury items, purse. What? You want to see yourself, girl? Say hi, YouTube.
YouTube.
YouTube, yes. So Mima can do her video. Yeah, I gotta do my video. All right, y'all. So yes, I was influenced by Janae of Hilo Lux, and her skin and her makeup is always so beautiful, and she let us in on some of her beauty secrets with like some of her best items of 2021. And one of the items that she talked about was the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base and the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. So, girl, y'all know I had to get it, and it set a girl back. But let me tell y'all something. With Ulta, I love Ulta with your points and everything. I believe I got like $17.50 off. Plus, they were running special. If you buy this one, you get this one for free. So that was a win-win-win situation. So I'm going to be testing out the product. This is a review, which I love those. And yeah. And I'm just going to do a soft beat because I'm on my way out the door. I'm going to be driving for Spark for Walmart, so I don't have to be all made up. So I'm just going to do a light little beat. But I want to try this out. Like, I could not wait. Y'all see, I'm not even ready to go because all I usually do is just put like on a little baseball cap and I'm out the door to make my, you know, several of hundreds of dollars, okay, in one day, okay? We're going to talk about that on another video. And then I was going to bring to you a video about being, quitting my job after 30 days. So that's coming up. I got like all this stuff swirling in my head. So yeah, y'all, I got to just get the videos out. I still have my grandchildren that I'm watching, so that kind of limits me from doing as much as I want to do for the channel. But yeah, I'm still here. And oh, I want to do a shout out to Monroe Steele of NYC. She's just been down. She caught COVID, and I just want all of you guys to go over to her channel and wish her a good well and keep her spirits up. She was hacked as well, and she's just down right now, and she could use our love and support. She gives us great videos. I mean, like she said, they're top tier. And I just want to send some love over to y'all. So if y'all can all just go over to her channel and show her some love, that would really make me feel very special, because she is my favorite, one of my favorite YouTubers. Well, she pretty much is my favorite YouTuber. It's her, Sheree Lewis. I love Janae of Hilo Lux. I love Monroe's friend Rose and Gloria. And that's how I pretty much know, because it's kind of hard to watch everybody. You'll be on YouTube for hours and hours, and I don't have that kind of time. So I pick a few people to just kind of stick with. And yeah, I love all the women that I'm following. They're very beautiful. They're very talented. And I'll leave their links in the descriptions. But yeah, head on over to Monroe and show her some love. Okay, now back to the video. We're going to try this Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. So y'all, okay, let me see. Okay, so this is my first. This is how it looks in the jar. It's brand new. Has a very clean, light smell. Very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and apply. Oh, it feels like, I don't know if you guys know about fresh butter. Like when you have a butter in a jar back in the day, we used to put like the buttermilk and the salt and everything. We used to shake until the butter was ready. I know some of y'all can identify, or either I'm just telling my age. But anyway, that's what it feels like. The consistency of actual real butter, like churned butter. So I'm gonna go ahead. I have my mirror right down below. Okay. That feels nice. It doesn't feel, because I don't have a good luck with primers. They just make my makeup all cakey and beady and grindy feeling. This doesn't feel like a primer. This feels just like a moisturizer. And with the vitamins, I'm really excited about that, because at my age, I can use all the vitamins that I can get. Y'all know I just turned 52 on the 13th of December. So, yeah, I'm kind of like, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. I haven't really digested being 52, really. I don't know, the last couple of years have been easy. But 40, I think 48, 49 was hard. And then, like, 50 was easy, 51 was easy, but 52 is not so easy for me. But I'm blessed, I'm healthy. So, yeah, I'm really excited about being blessed and happy. But, yeah, so far so good. My skin looks really nice. It looks really like it's hydrated, like it's taking it in. You do see, like, the little shine on there, but... yeah, for the most, I'm put a little extra right there because I'm usually where I have to kind of pack on the cover of those. I was looking at some other videos. I think it's called Kitschy's Kitchen. And I'm going to try something with a potato mix to try to help with these. No, baby. No, baby. Mima's working. Mima's working. Mima's working. Can you call the baby? I'm working. Yeah, so... yeah, y'all, so it looks really nice. It doesn't feel grainy or grindy, or it doesn't feel like that. It feels really nice. So I'm going to go in with the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Eye Base. This one, it doesn't look, I mean, it looks like the last one, but it feels a little more like liquidy, like wet. So I put that, no. Put that right on the base of the eye. And Janae said that that's going to make my eyeshadow blend or lay really nice. So yeah. So let's get started. I'm going, no baby, don't do that. I'm working. Can y'all get the baby? I'm working. Okay. So back to that. Looks really nice. So yeah, so let me, I'm out of a, you always find a way to sneak in these videos. So I am going, well, I'm in my newly organized drawer. So this is exciting. So I'm taking a moment to look in, because everything's, if you caught my other video from a couple of days ago, I did like a reorganization of my vanity. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, girl, that's almost like Pinterest. Okay, so I'm out of a brown eyeliner, well, eye pencil for my brows, so I'm using black. And I know black is like, but my hair is black, so I guess it doesn't really matter. So I'm just gonna go in with my, let me see. I don't even see it. Baby, can you get the kids? I'm working.
Come on, man.
I'm on, after this, I'm leaving. But I need to get this video in because I'm behind. So yeah. So let me see. That's good, y'all. That's real life. That's just how it is up in here. So I know this is, okay, let me get my sharpener. I know this is going to be a little dark, but I'm trying my best to blend it as best as possible so it won't be so dark. And I'm just going to do a light little bead. I usually kind of take something and wipe my eyebrows off, so if it's greasy. Okay. I'm doing all right. So I kind of draw. Kind of draw. And then I'll go in with a pencil, y'all. I mean, not a pencil, but a brush and some powder. Now, y'all, I am organized, but I'm still getting used to this new organization. So sometimes I'm like, where did I put that? Everything has a home now, and I can't find nothing. So go figure. But yeah, I just go in. Let me turn this around. My mirror has some glue on it. And I could use a nice little tweeze on these brows. But yeah, that's something else. So, oh, that's not bad. I didn't get a black pencil. I guess that's better if I do it like this and y'all can see kind of like what I'm doing. But yeah. I guess I'm gonna talk about the other video that I was talking about saying like how I feel about being off for 30 days. And I really haven't, oh that bra look good, y'all. That bra look really good. I kind of like the black pencil. Somebody said you shouldn't use a black pencil on your eyebrows, but I kind of like the way it looks. It doesn't look too harsh. As long as you probably put like eyeshadow and stuff with it, you can probably get away with it. But yeah, I think that's about as good as I'm gonna get, y'all, because I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to do a real beat. Just a little something to try out this primer to see how it looks. Don't get in my eye right now. I'm working on something, y'all. I feel like something's in my eye. Okay, so that's not bad. That's not bad. I'm gonna leave it at that. So I'm gonna go in. I'm just gonna do like a really light beat because the main focus is this primer that I have on. And I have a little Lemaire's sleeping mask on my lips. Girl, I use this when I'm not sleeping, so you can probably do the same thing. Eyeshadow. My eyeshadow is by James Charles. His palette, that's my newest palette. I have the chocolate palette by, what is that one? By Too Faced. This is one of my favorites too. My daughter gave me that one. But yeah, I'm just gonna go in with a light little, let me find my little brush I use for highlighting. I'm not gonna put any like concealer. I don't know, it's kind of hard not to do your normal routine if you're gonna be doing like, but I'm gonna just put a little bit of that because I'm so used to doing it, y'all. I have my little magnifying mirror. Yeah, okay, yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that would be. So getting back to this little story, y'all. So being off for 30 days, I haven't been able to really just enjoy being off yet, because right after I quit, I picked up my grandchildren. So I quit on a Friday, and then I had my grandchildren on that Monday, and that was August 15th that I picked them up, and they've been with me ever since. So, oh, that other eyebrow, I could probably bring that a little bit forward. That needs to come just a little bit forward. If you don't do it, I guess take the time to do it at least right, huh? Yeah, so I haven't had a time to really enjoy. Oh, that's perfect. So I really haven't had a time to really enjoy being off, and but I am feeling the effects of it. Money is a little tight. My daughter gives me pay during the week, and then I go out and drive for Walmart Spark on the weekends, and that gives me about anywhere from $200 to $300 for the weekend. So I pretty much have my salary to a certain extent, and then I'm gonna go in with like a little eyeshadow to kind of take that little white right off the end. I don't like it to be too white at the beginning. And it's just been like, I don't know. I do not want to go back to work. I do not want to be bossed around. I do not want to be called in the office for a damn thing. The last 13 years, well, probably the last 7 years, prior to the last 7 years, I was a property manager for like 13 years. And I know how to run some shit. So demoting myself into other positions because I didn't really want the responsibility anymore. Plus I have my grandkids. I don't want to be having to stay late and working for pretty much nothing, because you know when you're on salary, whatever overtime, that's just whatever, you don't get no extra. So I decided it probably would benefit me more if I got a job that I could work as many hours or get overtime and earn commission. I thought that would probably be better for me. So I was in sales for a while. I did pretty good in that, in clothing, and I was a supervisor at Bed and Bath. Girl, Lord. I was a supervisor at Bath and Body Works. I worked in clothing, White House Black Market, The Limited. Yeah, I did some things in retail. Oh, Other Mothers. How could I forget about that? And you know, it was a learning experience. It's very cutthroat. I mean, it's a very small world in like that retail field, so everybody knows everybody. So it's good not to burn bridges if you're getting into like retail, because everybody knows everybody, and a lot of managers, they bounce around to different companies. So if you cuss one manager out, you're probably gonna end up getting rehired by her again. I don't know. But anyway, just don't burn your bridges. It's not worth it, because it's a small world, and the older that I get, the smaller that it's getting. So yeah, I have like this little base, little like color that I put on. And yeah, I don't want to go back to work for anybody else. I like having the option to work when I want, pretty much make as much as I want, and that's just how I want to keep it going. Once the kids go back home to their mom, which would be at the end of this month, allow her to kind of get on her feet and hustle or do whatever. So for the first of the year, I'll be driving full time. So that's probably when I'm really going to have like all the stories of exactly how much I really make and how this is affecting me and how I'm really working. Because I haven't really been working that much just in the home versus outside the home. I've had some really lazy days, which I'm thinking that it could be like a little slight depression. But you know, I just get up in the morning, I journal, I pray, and before you know it, it's a new day. So it seems like I don't have that much time to sulk in my feelings. But I don't know, I'm married, so you know, my husband's like, you need your half. So that can kind of get a little, like I said, I'm just gonna do I don't know if I'm gonna do, what am I gonna do? Let's do a light little beat. And I just do like a little light eye. And you know, I don't really have time to really suck in my feelings, and I don't want to not have money, you know, to help out with the bills, you know, because this is a 2-income house that we need in order to make it. So I can understand my husband. He doesn't really say anything. He'll probably wait until like we're asked out before he even brought anything to my attention. So I know that the next couple of weeks I'm probably going to have to really start hustling and working. Like, cause I can drive when he comes home from work and drive for a couple of hours. So I think that's what I'm going to do next week. So I'm not sure if I'm going to end up going tonight. I took the weekend off. I was really tired from last week, and just kind of get things back on track. And then I'll go for my famous little brown smoke at the end. I always do the same eye look. I don't really have many eye looks. I don't really care to change them. So yeah, but as far as like my mental state, I just feel like I have a weight off my shoulders. My last job was very hard. I mean, it was very labor intensified, and it's just like I could never do nothing wrong, and stuff kept happening. I got sick, I broke my toe, and you know, I was being called into the office. You know, you do this much, they want you to do this. And then when you do that, they want you to do this. Hold on for a second. My battery's getting loud. Let me plug it in. So it was just always something. I was always being called in, telling me that I could do more than what I thought I could do. It was just rough. I don't know if my age played a part in it. I don't know, as far as my age for myself. I don't want to say that, well, I feel like I wasn't treated equally and fairly. I feel like other people got to do things that I wasn't able to do. So I think it was more of a pick and choose type of situation. I would really hate to feel that way, because there were some really good people there. And but I just don't feel that it was totally fair. So I got the hell up out of there because I'm like, I'm not gonna like waste my time and like kill myself here when it's not gonna be good enough anyway. So I just decided to walk out. I didn't even give any notice because at those type of jobs, like hard labor jobs or labor jobs, it is rough. I don't think that most people can do a 2-week. Like when you get to your end, that's it. Like you cannot put no 2-week notice in because how you gonna work 2 weeks and you know you gotta do this hard ass labor and you don't want to do the job anyway and you're exhausted. You cannot continue. So some jobs you just cannot give a 2 weeks notice, and it's not a good idea to burn bridges like I said. But some shit is just has to be done the way it has to be done. So go figure. I met some really great people working there. I still keep in contact with them, and I'm really happy that if that was one of the reasons why I gained like some really great friends, then so be it. Let me see. So yeah, you know I'm older, so I'll be forgetting where I'm at. So yeah, I just felt so the first couple of weeks that was affecting me, knowing that I didn't do it the right way, knowing that I should have given notice. But hey, like I said, some things you just have to do, and you have to, when it's in the past, it's in the past. Just let it go, because it'll work your nerves. So that was like the hardest part. Like, you know, I wonder what they was talking about me, which I really don't get into like what people think about me, but you kind of, sometimes your brain plays tricks on you, and you know, it be making you feel like, oh my God, like, I don't know, like, what do they think, and what did I do, and all of this stuff. So I'm going in with the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer, and I need to get another one because it seems like it's a little thick now, so it's probably time. But yeah, so you be feeling like that. So for a couple of weeks I was going through like, oh my gosh, like what was they saying about me, what they feel about me. I was just going through that, you know. I messed up, and then on top of all of that, I shouldn't have quit. I should have just tried to, you know, keep going. I put myself in a bind. I don't have another job to go to. But right after I quit on that Friday, on that Monday, I did go to a temp agency, and they just gave me the runaround. So, you know, I said, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and drive like I said I was, because my husband had bought me like a buggy, like a little wagon to carry groceries in months and months ago, and I never went to drive. And so I'm in the car coming from this no having ass interview to I'm just going to drive. I didn't have no buggy or nothing, but I did a few runs and I liked it. So I just decided to keep going. But like I said, I kind of panicked. So when my daughter called me and said that her nanny fell ill and she was going to pay me money, I just jumped on it because I was so desperate. And I probably should have. That was the first mistake that I made, was jumping into something before I had time to really feel what I needed to feel to get myself together. But if I had that time to feel, oh wow, okay, to feel, I probably wouldn't have been in a position to help my daughter. So everything works out the way, oh wow, look at that, it's going on really nice. I like the way it's not like blurry. I think if anything is pulling or not pushing, it's probably my foundation, because I'm sure that it probably needs to be replaced by now. But yeah, this is just like a little test to see how this primer is going to wear, and we're gonna go from there. But yeah, so I probably wouldn't have helped when I probably would not have been able to help her out had I had a little time to think about exactly what I did. So I'm gonna leave that at that, because I really enjoyed being with my grandkids. So that's cool. You know, it is what it is. I haven't had no rest. Like I said, I haven't really had much time. But going back, let me see. Going back, I decided that I was just gonna push forward. I wasn't gonna worry about it, and I was gonna do the best that I can, and God will provide. And He has been providing. So the number one thing that I can say when stepping out on faith is that you're really gonna have to use your faith, because especially if you're not trying to go back to a jobby job and you're trying to, you know, have more flexibility, because my mom is older now and I wanted to have more time to maybe work with her or travel with her, do arts and crafts with her, you know, before I don't have my mom anymore. I don't want to like, oh, I work so much and those jobs don't give a damn about me and I didn't have a chance to spend no time, quality time with my mom. I don't want to spend time with her when she's sick. I want to spend time with her when she's well. So that was one of the reasons why I decided to quit my job too, was so that I could spend more time with my mom. So, like I said, with having the kids, having my grandkids, I haven't been able to do as much as I thought that I was going to do. But, you know, the new month is soon approaching. And yeah, but so far I've been able to pay my bills for this month. And I'm working like the next 2 weeks to have money for next month. So if I can pull it off, because last weekend I made like $300. So if I can get out there and hustle like 150 to 200 to $300 a day, y'all, that's damn near like $10,000 in 1 month. But the only setback from that is that you have to take your taxes out of that money. So if you're going to do this, you have to be sure that you take your tax money out so you can put that into another account. So when tax time comes, you'll have your tax money to pay. I'm not sure about claiming and writing off and itemizing the mileage at this point, but I will be consulting with someone to find out the best way for me to pay as least taxes as possible. So yeah, I like the way this is looking, y'all. I like the way this is looking. I don't know if I'm gonna put any powder on. I don't know, y'all. Maybe, okay, I'm not going to put the banana powder, but what I will put is the Laura Mercier powder. That'll be like a little light powder for like a little nice beat so I can set my foundation. Yeah, so, I don't plan on going back. You got to be sure, if you're going to be driving or doing something like this as like a private contractor, that you are doing your taxes. So yeah. So yeah. So far so good. I like the way my face is looking, you guys. It's not the average primer, and I don't really wear a primer, so this is pretty good. And I have the vitamins in my skin as well. So I'm liking it. So far, so good. So I'll let that sit for a moment. So, yeah. Like I said, I've been journaling, I've been praying, and God has been there right by my side the whole time. I haven't had to worry about anything. Like I said, all my bills are paid. Like all my bills for the entire month from day 1 to day 30 are paid. Car note, everything, and I still have 2 weeks. So I'm not doing too bad. And next month I'm really excited because I'll have the opportunity to make like a lot of money. And I'm going to drive for 30 days straight, every single day for 30 days straight. And I'm going to try to drive like 10 hours a day for 30 days straight. So y'all got to come on that mission with me. I want to do that to see how much money I can make in 1 month. And my goal was to pay off all my bills and pay off all my husband's bills. Then that way, if I'm staying home and there's not a lot of money going out here and there, it won't be so much. I can kind of work part-time and then do my YouTube full-time. So that's my goal, y'all. Let me see. I'm gonna go ahead and put my little mascara on right quick. And driving at night is better for me, but I'm not sure, like I said, if I'm gonna go. My goal was to do this video and then go ahead and go out there and drive for a couple of hours, but I don't know. I've been kind of tired, and I still got 2 more weeks, and I know if I buckle down, I could do it. And yeah. And that's the good thing about it. You don't have to worry about, you can, oh, I got some mascara on my eyelid. You can kind of make as much as you want to make when you want to make it. So that's kind of where I'm at with that, y'all. But 30 days out from, oh, I don't know, that looks crazy. 30 days out from quitting my job, I'm still here. I'm still making it. And I was getting to the point where I was at my job. I could not sleep. I could not eat. I was having back pains, neck pains. It seemed like I was having accidents all the time. Like something was always wrong. You know, I was very unhappy. I was so stressed out. But the biggest thing was, you know, not eating and not sleeping. And I worked at the same job that my husband worked at, so I felt some kind of way. I didn't want to be a quitter, and I didn't want to, like, you know, be cussing nobody out or snatching somebody up at work and being that girl at work. And my husband, you know, he's a little bit different than me. He's a gentleman, and I don't want to embarrass him or nothing like that. But it got to a point where my husband started seeing that things weren't looking right, and oh my God, so many people have quit since I quit. So I guess I wasn't wrong about what I was feeling, because I wasn't the only one that was feeling it. So recently I got word of some other people quitting the job as well. So I don't want to say I feel good, and I don't want nobody to be out of work or anything like that, but at least I know that it wasn't me and I wasn't crazy. I wasn't like losing my mind, but like I had to do something because my mental was failing. And if you can't sleep, you can't eat, you got pains, stomach pains, I mean just everything, you just can't allow something to rob you. Life is too short to sit there and just take it. You know, there's so many things that you could be doing, you know, like living in your purpose and living in your passion. And that's what I'm doing right now by, you know, bringing these videos to you. This is what I love to do, and this is what I want to be good at. So if I just, you know, stay consistent and do what I'm doing and just bring to you like real talk, it seems like I can't lose. I mean, I don't see how I could lose. And if not, you know, this would be a great outlet for me to not get into no damn trouble. But yeah, I like it, you guys. I like it. I like it so far. Let me put on little lips. Like I said, I'm only doing a little light beat. I'm going to get my powder off my face, and then I'm going to put a little lip on. But yeah, I'm doing all right. 30 days after walking out, I'm doing all right. I'm hanging in there. Things are not bad. I haven't felt any real stress of like being homeless or not paying my bills. I haven't gotten to nowhere close to that. I don't plan on being in that position. I'm a child of God, and I know that He will provide for me. I do know I have to get off my butt sometimes and put in some work, because faith is dead without works, y'all. But I don't even want to put but after that. Faith is dead without works. So I know what I have to do in order to help myself out. Help myself out and get to work. I may have rambled. I didn't really have like, I wasn't even planning on doing this talk right now, but I just didn't know like how to put my makeup on without saying nothing. Like, it just felt like I should be saying something, or at least practicing on walking and chewing gum at the same time. So yeah, my hair is not done, so I will not be taking this head wrap off, y'all, because I'm going straight for a hat as soon as I get done. I am going for a hat, y'all. And then I don't know if I'm gonna do a wear test, but yeah, I like it. I don't know if the light is right. Should I put, no, I shouldn't do that. I like it. Thank you, Miss Janae. Brush that little excess powder off. And that's a light little beat, y'all. That's a light little beat. So yeah, if you guys identify with anything that I'm talking about in this video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, just push a button. Push something, honey. The bell, it don't matter. like that's what Sheree says. It don't matter, just push a button. Any button, just push it. But I understand it's your choice, but I would love to have your support, and I would give my support back to you as well. So I think that's it for this video, you guys. This face base is the bomb. I like it so far, so good. So far, so good. If you have any comments or concerns, please leave them below in the comment section. We talked about subscribing. We talked about ringing the bell. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me for Vlogmas Day. This is Vlogmas Day 18, and I know I gotta make another video for the 19th because I got a little bit behind, but y'all don't fret over being behind. This is your channel, and you know, no one can change your story as long as you don't let them borrow your pen. All right, now you guys have a great night, and I need to get on out of here and get to work. Okay, thank you for watching. Bye.